Listen now, while I tell you of a story you do not know, of a true and trembling brakeman, and to heaven he did go. Do you see that train a-comin'? Oh, it's big old 99. Oh, she's puffin' and a-blowin', for you know she is behind. See that true and trembling brakeman, as he signals to the cab. There is but one chance for him, and that is to grab. See that true and trembling brakeman, as the cars go rushing by. If he missed that yellow freight car, he is almost sure to die. See that true and trembling brakeman, as he falls beneath the train. He had not one moment's warning before he fell beneath the train. See that brave young engineerman, at the age of 21, stepping down from upon his engine, crying, "Now what have I done? Is it true I killed a brakeman? Is it true that he is dying? Lord, you know I tried to save him, but I could not stop in time." See that car wheels rolling over him, over his mangled body and head. See his sister bending over him, crying, "Brother, are you dead?" Sighing, "Sister, yes, I'm dying. Go to a better shore. Oh, my body's on a pathway I can never see no more. Sister, when will you see my brother? These few words to him I send. Tell him never to venture breaking. If he does, his life will end." These few words were sadly spoken, folding his arms across his breasts, and his heart now ceased beating, and his eyes were closed in death. This song, which is credited to Orville Jinks of Jackson, Ohio, is usually accompanied by a fiddle, and is the same genre as the labor and murder ballads of the turn-of-the-century Appalachia, entitled "The True and Trembling Brakeman." Brakemen died all the time on the railroads. It was probably the least enviable job, since they worked with the couplings between cars and the heavy brakes, and any unexpected movement in the train could cut them in half, or knock them down between the cars, where they'd be crushed and split by the locomotive wheels, just like what happened to the nameless brakeman in the MacArthur Democrat story. At the very least, most of them ended up missing fingers or other appendages. Many spirit seekers in the Athens and southern Ohio region flocked to an abandoned train tunnel in the depths of Zaleski State Forest in Vinton County, Ohio, where a mining community known as Moonville once resided. Moonville was born when the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad was built through the coal and iron-rich woods of southeastern Ohio in 1856. At its peak in the 1870s, the town boasted a population of more than 100, almost exclusively miners and their families. There was a row of houses along the railroad tracks, a sawmill just down Raccoon Creek, a general store, and a saloon. In its early days, the residents of Moonville worked in the Hope Furnace nearby, but later on they turned almost exclusively to mining coal underground. The coal was then used in the many iron furnaces in the vicinity, usually the one at Hope, where weapons and artillery for the Union Army was made during the Civil War. Many of the residents of Moonville are buried just west of town in an old cemetery on top of a hill. Most of the grave markers are missing or unreadable, but a few have been replaced, and American flags are regularly put out for the veterans. Visitors to the cemetery leave coins at the graves in order to keep what is left maintained and to pay respect to the lost and forgotten. The ghost of Moonville Tunnel is one of those legends that's based on historical fact, but has been distorted by telling and retelling over the years. The major story is that someone, an engineer, a conductor, a brakeman, or signalman, was crushed under the wheels of the train that used to go through the place. Apart from that basic fact, things get hazy. Was he drunk? Was he stationed in Moonville, or was he a brakeman on the train? Was he an 8-foot-tall black man named Rastus Dexter? Some sources say he was playing cards with another man. It has been said that he was a conductor murdered by a vengeful engineer who asked him to inspect underneath the train and then started it up. One source even said that he was trying to get the train to stop because Moonville was in the grip of a plague and was running low on supplies. His death was the end of Moonville. This seems a little too romantic, especially since the actual newspaper article from the MacArthur Democrat on March 31st, 1859 tells a much more mundane story. A brakesman on the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad fell from the cars near Cincinnati Furnace on last Tuesday, March 29, 1859, and was fatally injured when the wheels passing over and grinding to a shapeless mass the greater part of one of his legs. He was taken on the train to Hamden, and doctors Wolfe and Rannell sent to perform the amputation, but the prostration of the vital injuries was too great to attempt it. The man is probably dead ere this. The accident resulted from a too free use of liquor. The brakeman's job was hard and unforgiving one, arguably the most dangerous on the railroad, which is really saying something. They stood atop the rail cars and used a long metal T-bar to engage or disengage the brake couplings between them. This drawing by O.V. Schubert appeared in Harper's Weekly March 10, 1877, and depicts a brakeman in the middle of a winter storm. It's surprising that any of them survived a winter. The drawing's caption is as follows. The position of a freight train brakeman is one of peculiar hardship and peril, especially in winter, when he must stand without shelter, exposed to wind, rain, or snow, ready to obey the sharp warning of the engineer's whistle. For this duty, young men of hardy frame, strong nerve, and steady habits are selected, for it requires all these qualities to perform the duties of the post. No one whose nerves are unstrung by drinking could be trusted where a slip of the hand or foot, or unsteadiness of sight, might plunge him headlong to destruction. Our sketch, true to life, gives a graphic idea of what he must endure on a stormy winter night when the brake handles chill through his heavy gloves and the steps and the car roofs are as slippery as the surface of a skating rink. The first documented sighting of the ghost of Moonville was reported in the Chillicothe Gazette on February 17, 1895. The ghost of Moonville, after an absence of 1 year, has returned and is again at its old pranks, haunting B&O and S&W freight trains and their crews. It appeared Monday night in front of Fast Freight number 99, westbound, just east of the cut, which is 1/2 mile the other side of Moonville at the point where Engineer Lawhead lost his life and Engineer Walters was injured. The ghost, attired in purple and white robe, carried a lantern. It had a flowing white beard, its eyes glistened like balls of fire, and surrounding it was a halo of twinkling stars. When the train stopped, the ghost stepped off the track and disappeared into the rocks nearby. Unfortunately, the tragedy at Moonville Tunnel does not end here. From the 26 documented deaths that have occurred in the vicinity, there is a death of an elderly lady named Mrs. Patrick Shea that is connected with the ghost sightings at the tunnel. In 1905, a grandmother died on the trestle just outside the tunnel and is seen as a woman dressed in white. These accounts are what draw people from the area to Moonville, year after year, to experience the paranormal and to get a glimpse of the apparitions of the Broad and the Brakeman. Many things have been reported over the years, but in this documentary we will focus on our 2 visits to Moonville in 2014 and 2015, and how the phenomena we experience is linked to many other eyewitness testimonies. May 3rd, 2014, a few of my investigators and I took a group of friends down to Moonville for the first time. Everything that I heard about the tunnel made the ghost hunter inside me giddy like a schoolboy. We hiked back to the tunnel and looked around and checked out the cemetery. We took a break and regrouped for our nighttime investigation. Little did we know that we were in store for more than we could imagine at the tunnel. The disembodied voices that came out of the thin air was intense, but before we began running our audio recorders, we experienced something a bit strange. We began to see flickering lights down the tunnel. I passed them off as another group coming to visit the tunnel, but no one came. At that time, I didn't notice that there was no explanation for the lights because I was so preoccupied with the audio session. Floating lights are one of the most commonly reported phenomena at the tunnel. Their origin is a mystery. talkie-talkie on the recorder?
Yep.
I think we should go towards the end of this, but that's just.
We'll try it right here for right now. We'll move around. Yep. Oh, maybe. Moonville Tunnel, May 3rd, 2014. At the start of the evening, baseline is 0.0 milligauss, 55.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me get the time. 9:29 p.m.
Get anything?
No. We're going completely dark for a second.
Everybody stand still.
We'll wait for everybody to get up here. Is everybody here?
All right.
Okay. Okay, I just seen something.
What?
I just seen a blinking light. Or was just lightning bugs? You see that? Keep your eyes open that way. See that?
Yeah.
Is that lightning bug?
I haven't seen lightning bugs. Yeah, I haven't seen lightning bugs yet.
There's kids out there with flashlights on the trees.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Flashlights.
Okay.
See how long this has been rolling? 2 minutes. Go ahead and stop and review. Check out this moon.
Isn't that pretty?
That's rad, ain't it?
Yeah.
We got the crew up on the hill by the trestle. We're ready to go in.
Oh, yeah.
We've already started.
Huh?
We've
He
already
thought he
started.
heard you on his headset.
The trail back there for splits. Sound like you talking.
Is anybody rolling on their audio?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were on walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand what it was really saying, but I heard like somebody was.
It could have been me talking to myself about the moon, because I was up here saying something.
Did you have your radio on?
No, I don't have a radio.
Yeah.
We have no use for a radio.
It came through mine plain as day.
Huh. Okay, that's a little weird. The only audio anomaly we captured during our 2015 trip to Moonville was when we were approaching the trestle near the tunnel. I was about 50 yards ahead of the rest of the group, but we were all running audio, and we were the only ones out there at the time. It came across my tech assistant's recorder, but it was heard by the rest of the group. I was too far away to hear what happened. I will play the enhanced version of Jerry's recording. We tried to debunk it, but couldn't. I was the only one with a radio device, and all devices capable of playing audio was being used to record audio at the time. We would appreciate any feedback concerning what it may be or what is said.
coming through there, heard Justin talking. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, I already started.
I'm already rolling, so go ahead and start now.
Red.
We're rolling now.
Is there
We're
somebody
good.
coming up the trail?
What's that?
Does anybody hear anybody else coming up the trail?
Yeah, I see a light.
Okay.
I did see it. It went out, but I see a light down there. Yeah, there's someone down there. I see a light now. See it? You'll see it through the brush as it comes. There it is.
Okay.
Maybe it's your buddy.
Yeah. If you hear somebody and they don't have a light, that would be weird.
Yeah, that's why I said I thought I heard somebody and I didn't know.
That's like it was coming up. I heard that. It sounded like Justin talking.
Like I said when I came up here, I was talking to myself about the moon.
I thought these guys were talking to each other with radio.
That's what, yeah,
Nope. All right, we're ready now. Got a nice view of the moon. Oh, I'm going to twist my ankle. Is it different in the dark, Amy? Little bit, huh? Got the gang behind me. Better watch where I walk. Fall on my face. My eye ain't reaching up there. I can't see the tunnel. I almost want to change the batteries of my IR lights. Did you bring a night vision camera with you, Robert? He's like, you better have. We expected another group to come in right behind us, but no one came, just like what happened last year. We cannot say with any certainty that this was a paranormal event, but it's definitely odd. There is no reason to turn back around after hiking a half mile through the woods in the dark. The voices and the lights coupled with the strange voice on the trail is significant. Is the woods and the trail just as haunted as the tunnel? It is indeed a mystery at this point. EVP session, Moonville Tunnel, the Moonville Tunnel 3, Amy. Go ahead, Amy.
Anybody here want to talk to me? You said my name. Let's talk. You little girl? You out here playing?
I heard something.
You little girl? You out here playing?
I heard something major.
Quiet for a second. What's that?
Is there a little girl in here?
Did you hear that? Sounded like a little girl said Amy.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it.
Is there a little girl in here?
Did you hear that? Sounded like a little girl said Amy.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it and review.
I didn't hear it.
Listen.
You're gonna hear all kinds of sounds out here in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna hear all kinds of sounds out here in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We'll do some more audio while we're at it. Okay. Right there. Did you hear that?
Who's that?
Right there. Did you hear that?
Who's that?
Let me go back. Oh, I just went all the way back. What do you think it is? Does it sound like a male voice?
He's trying to come through. Talk. Say something.
I heard it though while we were recording, so. I heard it though while we were recording, so. You hearing that?
It was in between. It was like.
Right before you said what you were saying.
Something low.
What do you think it is?
Like-
Does this sound like a male
He's
voice?
trying to come through. Talk. Say something.
I heard it though while we were recording, so.
Something low.
What do you think it is?
Like-
Does this sound like a male
He's
voice?
trying to come through. Talk. Say something.
I heard it though while we were recording, so. What was that? Did someone just say something? I heard a man's voice. What was that? Did someone just say something? I heard a man's voice. Did you die? Are you stuck here? Are you stuck here?
That evening, a friend in the group named Sarah Lewis had ventured off by herself toward the east end of the tunnel to take some photos with her cell phone. When she returned, she showed me this anomaly that appeared to be an apparition of a man walking toward her in the tunnel. She said no one was there with her, and she could not explain it, nor could I. Is it a trick of light, mist, or glare from the flash? You be the judge. Many mysterious photos have been taken in this exact same spot that cannot be explained easily. Many people who have never met capture this apparition on the east end of the tunnel. Is this the Brakeman ghost? They certainly fit the description. At the end of the day, these photos are not proof that ghosts exist, but they are fascinating to me nonetheless. During this year's trip to Moonville, we meet up with tons of OU college students at the tunnel, and one of them had an interesting story. He claimed that there was a sinister presence at the tunnel. He did not wish to be on camera, but I wanted to share the story with the viewers because I have been told a few stories concerning negative encounters. These stories could be psychological manifestations of the mind, tormented by fear and a century worth of haunted tales told around a campfire. But this young man was serious while telling his accounts of his past experiences at Moonville.
Me and my buddies
Right.
came up to the tunnel, and my buddies just started acting stupid, pissed their name on their wall,
Okay.
spit on the poster of the woman,
Okay.
and started taunting it.
Uh-huh.
And then everything bad started happening from there. It was definitely a demon, and yeah.
Like what happened that was bad?
Like, alright, they came up here one time because they thought the best thing to do would be come back and apologize. I don't know whose bright idea it was to do that. My buddy Kenny came back, his shirt was completely ripped. He at one point had sitting at the house, all of a sudden he just gets a welt. Like, it just out of nowhere. We're just sitting there. It's an upside down cross. We, on our way drive back, alright, the time we came here, when they came here to apologize, one of our friends stopped breathing. She ended up in the hospital for about a day. They said they weren't even sure what it was.
Okay, that's definitely bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. You guys look like you're doing something important.
So if you have a upside down cross burned into your forehead, let me know. That might be noteworthy.
Yeah, that might be something to let you know about.
Yeah.
Tell us your name. We'll play it back, and if we hear a name, we can go see if we can find you here. That would be pretty good proof.
What do you guys think?
Tell us your name. We'll play it back, and if we hear a name, we can go see if we can find you here. That would be pretty good proof.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, there's no other thing to explain why it was spiking over there. Oh, Amy,
Where's he at?
don't move. Was that you?
No.
I got cold chills from head to toe.
Do you?
Yeah.
Here, let me switch this over to... Are you here? I got a 0.8, 0.7. Get this, Amy. 0.6, 0.5, 4. Now it's going down. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Come closer. Don't back away. Yeah, that's right. Come on.
That was weird.
Yep.
It was reading all zeros out here. Why did that just go off?
Oh, spiking. Big spikes.
Yep.
You guys get that?
I don't think she did.
I did. I got a little bit of it.
Do it again. There you go.
Come on back up here closer. Don't be afraid.
Doesn't want to respond to us. That's not good.
Mm-mm.
Come on. Light that meter up. There we go.
Goes.
Light that meter up again. Thank you. If you're there and you're a woman, can you light it up? Okay, it just went up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a little girl? I give up.
Are you a man?
So you're a little girl. Light it up for a little girl again, please. Oh my God, guys.
There it
Okay,
is.
this is when it starts to get really freaky. Can you tell us your name? Okay. Can you stop that for a second, hon? Do you need our help? Light it up if you need our help. Are you lost? Light it up if you're lost. Okay, light it up if you're still here and you can hear us. Oh my.
Oh!
Now this is how you confirm intelligent spirit communication.
Oh, sorry.
All right, stop. Do you want to talk to us? Light it up if you want to talk to us. Do you want us to leave? Light it up all the way if you want us to leave. Do you want us to stay, honey? Come close to it if you want us to stay. There we go. Wow, at least do the good shit.
Hold it down a little bit more, Tony. Hold it like up so I can see it. There you go.
Okay, I see that you're still here with us. Can you light it up all the way to red? Can you touch that green light all the way?
You want to talk to a woman? I got little girls at home. Don't be afraid. Come closer.
Trade it off to Miranda.
Hell no.
He's like, I got this.
I'm getting the good shit now.
All right, if you're still here, can you make that light up again? What would you like us to do? Light it up if you need us to help you. Can you light it up more than that? If you want us to help you, okay. I feel you. We're here for you, to talk to you. We came a long way. We've been out here all day. We're tired. Okay. That's some more energy, honey. Thank you. Can you bring it up all the red? Look, take my energy.
Are you lonely out here? Just want to play?
Light it up if you're lonely.
It's not lonely.
Light it up if you're here with friends and family.
Light it up if you're here by yourself.
What's a good question? Is there a God? Light it up if there's a God. Is there a heaven? Light it up if you are in heaven. Okay.
Aww.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better. Are you with your family in heaven? Light it up if you're with your family.
Are you all by yourself? Do you have friends with you?
Light it up if you're happy. We want to know if you're happy. Appreciate that. That makes us feel better. We want to be able to leave here knowing that you're not in any pain, and there we go. Are you happy that we're here?
Are you at peace?
I don't know. The only way it gets any better than this, guys, is if it just manifests. Can you show yourself? Can you show us that you're here? Okay, that's pretty rad. Take all your energy and show yourself. I would love to see you. I want to know that there's a heaven.
Paranormal research concerning spirits and the afterlife is in its experimental stage. The scientific field does not recognize that ghosts or spirits exist. Therefore, paranormal phenomena cannot be adequately tested using the scientific method. That fact has not stopped soul seekers from all around the area from visiting Moonville in hopes of catching a glimpse of the paranormal phenomena witnessed and reported by many since 1894. The fact that the haunting is so well documented and supported by death records and credible witnesses since the late 1800s makes this location tantalizing to all who believe or wish to believe. Despite the haunted claims, Moonville is serene and stunningly beautiful all year round and is worth at least one visit by those in the area. We will return to this location until we have exhausted our motive to search for traces of the afterlife and appease our desire to experience the supernatural once again. Some like the thrill of the hunt. Some like to be scared. Some, like us, seek paranormal phenomena on a more personal level. We wish to understand what and why we experience things that we cannot explain naturally. We call out to those who we have lost and maybe, just maybe, discover the origins of the soul, of the soul, of the soul.